Welcome back to Let's Play The Dream Theory specifically, but I'm probably going to call it Dream Theory. I hit load game, and yes, it does remember where we were. Get on your bed, hide. I don't like this. Around your room, see someone, point your flashlight at it, keep it there for a few seconds. If you see someone directly in front of you in your room, hide under the bed and stay there till it goes. That sounds a lot like the that other Maximer game. The Beyond the Static. Sorry, I just couldn't remember. Yes, this feels very Beyond the Static-ish. Also, there's a slight issue. It will let your mouse cursor leave the area. I will say that while I like the way the enemy in this game looks, from a distance he... In the distance, when you can only see his eyes and mouth, he reminds me of Nightmare from the Five Nights at Freddy's. I'm guessing that's the one where you want to get under the bed. Balloons. In the top right corner is a count up timer. It said survive 3 minutes. I'm at 1:35. He's
Those sweet children, I'll show you the way through all the pain and the sorrows. Keep not poor children, for life is the way, murdering beauty and passion.
Why are you singing at me? Hello there, sir. Have you come to check on me? I'm still alive, thank you. Go away. Excuse me? Did you just go under the bed after me? You're too late. I'm on top of the bed now. 15 seconds left. I admit I'm kind of surprised that there was never a in the window moment. 3, 2, 1, 3. I mean 3 minutes. 3, 2, 1, 0. You know what I mean. Anyway, Dream Part 2. Well, that was faster than expected. Well, I kind of expected it to take a lot more than one try, but oh, that's right, I used the arrow keys. Clearly understand that WASD is a thing because of the W and S being used for the controls for the bed. Why can I not walk with the WASD keys? Oh, he's gonna be here, isn't he? Yeah. I heard breathing. If it's anything like last time, there's certain there's gonna be certain locations that trigger him. And they're gonna scare the ever-loving daylights out of me. Okay, that one wasn't too bad. If you accidentally twitch and move out of his range, then you've got to carefully get back into range again and let it happen, because moving out of range kind of resets the event. So be careful not to accidentally trigger it multiple times and then walk into its face. And now you're trying to get a little clever with hiding the items. Okay, both times the violin sting have played, I've been on that corner. I see the third item over there. He's gonna be over here too. Or not. Depending on how he coded it, there might be... It seems so far that there's just specific locations that trigger it, but it could be tied also to the number of items you have. But I don't know if he coded it that way to be reactive to the number of items you have, in which case... Yep! Okay, that location... Was he there before? I don't remember now. Anyway, the locations might change as you gather items. I don't know. Having him appear right there in front of the door of the building would have been a nice shock. Click the table. Okay. Strange events. The last few days, strange events have happened around St. Allison School. Years ago, at the time of the suicides, an unknown female figure was recorded by security cameras owned by the school. No one knows who is her up. No one knows who is her. No one knows who she is up to this day, but Grimshaw said in 2003 she is associated with the murders. Not suicide, murders. As they were never suicides, I say this to you before I leave. Clayton said to us, it's not proven what Grimshaw said is not proven yet. Grammar aside, more strange things. Today the School of St. Allison closed its gates, but not forever, just for one single day. Today at 7 a.m. writings were found on the wall in red paint. The writings were Revenge and Clayton. But the Clayton writing was crossed out. What is happening with St. Allison School? Thirdly, let us click the tape.
Hello once again, Mr. Grimshaw.
Well, Henry. I told you not to do it.
So you know about it.
The whole local media is talking about it.
What shall I do now?
I'm not in the position to make these decisions anymore. Aren't you the headmaster, Henry?
Yeah, but I need your help. We cannot have another dead child.
If you don't want another dead child, then you won't open the school again.
Look, Mr. Grimshaw, the only way for us to fix this is to find the killer.
Ah, the killer. Do you think that the girl that the cameras have recorded will just come and say, hey, I'm the killer? No, I doubt it.
How do you know it was her? The only footage that we have from her is when she entered and left the school. That's all.
And that's not suspicious to you?
We saw her again. I will end this. One way or another, I promise.
I have always trusted you, Henry. So please, keep your promise.
Awaken Part 2. Please don't. Please be something unique. Nope. Okay.
Little children, the time's come to play. Here in my
Why have you turned into a Freddy's clone? Well, not really. I mean, I guess it's its own thing. I don't mean it in the wrong way. I didn't expect this to turn into Beyond the Static. Not that that's a bad thing at all. It's natural for a developer to look at their past games, which I believe, yeah, this game is older than Beyond the Static.
follow sweet
The sound cue is good about letting you know quite up front that that's the one you need to hide from. I do see a slight exploit in that if you keep in the center of the room, I mean, you can see everything and cover the two most common spots. There doesn't seem to be a left spot, or not one that he has gone to yet. I'm not marking it out, because statistically, it could be there, or it could be one that's locked until a further night. Hello there, sir. No termites for you. There seems to be an overlap with the that event and is appearing elsewhere, because a couple of times when he's vanished from there, he's gone. That could be him going back into hiding, I guess. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. No! Bark! Worked in Beyond the Static, I may as well try it here too. Since there's really only one key command you've got to remember, I just keep my finger on the W key, and if I hear the spook string, hit W. Case in point. Kind of weird, but okay. Dream, final part. Now I should remind you there is the Dream Theory Part 1 and Part 2 separate games, so I assume that's the final part for this game and not, you know, overall. And just the final part for this, there's probably going to be another Awaken the final part. 2 objects to collect. I'm going to go this way this time. I just know the items are going to be even more randomly strewn about. I'm going to check the areas that they were not in last time. Your singing does anything but put me at ease, you know. Your singing does not help. Nice thing about backtracking a path, at least, is that you know he won't appear on the path you've already been. I mean, if he didn't appear the first time. Item pickups notwithstanding. Okay then. I think that one was having a little bit of problems because I triggered it while on the grass, maybe? You can get kind of stuck in the tree, that's good to know. Now you're just playing multi-spook. Why did you have a noise that time? I found one of the items. You know, one thing that would make it a lot less predictable, just a minor note, would be to attach a random number to it and have him only appear at locations if that... Basically make it a coin toss on whether he would appear, and then you could put a lot more positions for him to appear at and they would all be random. I mean, it would still be very possible for him to appear at all of them, but statistically it would be more of a unpredictable appearance, which would make it scarier and more anxiety-ish for the player, because they wouldn't kind of already have a feel for where he's going to be. Oh, where is the last item? I'm walking down the side of the road in case there's any stuffs I just didn't see. Hello, Violin Sting. Fancy meeting you here. Okay, Violin Sting. You can lay off. If you keep playing too long, you're gonna hurt. You're gonna pull something. There it is. I was just making sure it wasn't gonna appear right at the door or something. Click on the table. Missing children. Tonight, police are searching for a child named Peter Anderson. All across that's very odd justified font. All across the neighborhood. He didn't come home from St. Allison's school. The parents are blaming the school and Henry Clayton for the kid's disappearance. Minor critique, a newspaper would likely have said the child's disappearance, but there is no sign of Peter yet. Will the school have to close again?
Daniel, listen bro, I need to talk with you about something. I don't want to talk with Grimshaw about this. I just want to talk with you. Please, if you're there, pick up the phone now. Daniel, please. Okay, I'll just leave a message and listen. Today, a child had gone missing and he didn't arrive home and now they are blaming the school and blaming me as well. Why the hell is this happening over and over again? I'm screwed. Please, if you're listening, call me as soon as possible. The whole local media and the police are on me now.
Oh my. The media, you say? I'd be more worried about the police being after you. I suppose we're doing this now. I mean, it's already final part of me.
Follow, sweet children, I'll show you the way through all the pain and desire.
I called it. There was one on the left. And now he's a lot more active, too. Okay, or that may have just been the lock. Nobody here. Go away. Shoot. He likes that window. He's found him a new hiding spot, and he is happy about it. There's an ominous ticking in the background. When he appears in another spot, the attic door seems to grow dark. Next is gonna be that. It seems to be every so many approaches he appears at the door. I mean, at the end of the bed, the foot of the bed. I can't word good when watching Monster. How's it make you feel, huh? Stare at you all day. It's a little less spooky now that it's become semi-predictable. And the music is getting more and more ominous. You just were there! Trying the old double gang. People don't tend to expect you to approach from the same direction twice if you're trying to sneak in. Okay, I don't know what was up with that one, but no thank you. How did I even get under the bed? He was on my face. It is a viable tactic in if you're trying to sneak, or I mean, nobody expects you to throw the same type of punch twice either. They expect you to try to mix it up, so you can use it in a lot of things. Most notably would be in games like League of Legends or Dota. If you're trying to sneak up on somebody, you can come from the same direction, leave, and then come back from that direction, and they don't expect it. I feel like you're trying to copy the Five Nights little chime after the 6 a.m. thing, but you picked the worst possible song for it. Missing child posters. I wonder who went missing. Unless that's the game over screen and I just don't know it and I lost. Saw that coming. I was about to say it would be funny if he appeared, but I guess he did. And that's the end of part 1. There is a part 2, which I will be continuing on next time. The game was made in 2 halves, Dream 3 Part 1 and Dream 3 Part 2. Let's see if I can... Nope, that... Lowering the volume in my ear does not affect the volume you get. So yes, here are the credits. For the first half, I'm just emphasizing there is a second half to the game. Overall, I'm intrigued by it. I can tell it was one of... I mean, it does show its age a little bit, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. The monster's positioning was a little predictable because, you know, once you triggered him in a certain spot, you knew that's where he was going to be. I mean, in the free roaming segments, I would have recommended that there would be some randomness put in, put a bunch more points he could appear, and have just a percentage chance of him being there. You could simulate that with any number of ways, depending on which programming he's using. Which engine, programming language, etc. The second half, there's not really much critique I could give, since Beyond the Static used a similar idea but more enhanced, so it's obvious that he has in the future taken more of a different approach on things. I still would think that there needs to be more you can do in there instead of just shining the flashlight around. That part, there's just not much to it, and you just tap one button, and there's just not a whole lot of interaction there, and that could be felt to be a little bit boring. That was my hands. But overall, I'd call it a very interesting game, a very nice game, and I'm looking forward to the second half. And as always, I appreciate you watching, and I will see you next time.